Hi, 1 Hour Smart Home here, and today we're going to show you how to install the Ecobee Thermostat. So we've got our Ecobee Thermostat here and our existing thermostat, and the very first thing that you want to do is make sure that you turn your system to heating or cooling and turn it up so that it turns on and your HVAC system goes on. Now, the reason we do that is that we're going to go to our HVAC system and turn the power off. If we have the system on over here at the thermostat, when we go to turn it off at the HVAC system, we'll know that the power is shut off because it will no longer be making any noise. So let's go over to the HVAC system and go ahead and turn the power off there. All right, so we're over at the HVAC system and you can probably hear it running in the background, which is what we wanted. Now on this system, there's a light switch on the side that controls the power. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shut that off and you can hear that the HVAC system turned off. And that's the whole reason that we wanted to turn it on in the first place, is so that when we turn the power off at the device, it would no longer have any sound and we could confirm the power was off. Now, if you don't have a light switch mounted to your system like this one does, sometimes it's in the same room or mechanical closet as your HVAC system. Now, if you still can't find it, the other option you have is to go to your circuit breaker and turn the power off for your system at the circuit breaker. But once again, it's important that you first have it running on your thermostat so that you know when you've got the right breaker and you've cut the power off so it will no longer be running. So now let's go back to the existing thermostat and get started installing our Ecobee thermostat. All right, now we're back at the existing thermostat and the power is off, so we're ready to remove this. Now, every thermostat's different, but I recommend that you check along the edges. Usually there's a tab you might press in, and then you can pull the face off. So we're just gonna go ahead, we'll press a tab in, and now we can pull the face off. Now, it's really important here that you go ahead and take a picture of your existing wiring. Now, there's also labels inside the Ecobee thermostat box that you can use to label your existing wiring. The Ecobee thermostat requires a common wire or the use of this power extender kit if you don't have a common wire. So you can see the wires we have are R, G, Y, and W. That means that we don't have a common wire. You can see that it's empty over here in that C terminal. So we're going to need to use this power extender kit that comes with the Ecobee thermostat. And what that means is that our wiring is going to be a little bit different. And we're going to have to go back to our HVAC system and install this power extender kit down with the wiring in the HVAC system. So another change is that when we come back here, we're going to have the wire labels a little bit different. Our Y wire will be labeled for the PEK terminal, and our G terminal or G wire will be labeled C for the common wire when we put the new Ecobee thermostat base plate on. So now we're going to go back to our HVAC system. We're going to open up the front cover on the system, and then we're going to wire in this PEK or power extender or common wire kit for the Ecobee thermostat. Now, we've taken the cover off the HVAC system and we are looking at the circuit board. So you're going to need to find the circuit board on your specific HVAC system. And then what you're looking for is where the thermostat wiring goes to the circuit board to these terminals. We've got terminals labeled Y, G, R, C, and W. Now, depending on your system, they may be labeled a little bit differently. You may have a Y2 or a W2 wire. First thing you need to do is just find where the thermostat wiring goes in the circuit board and where those terminals are labeled. Typically, the circuit board is in the lower half of the unit, but everyone's unit is a little bit different. So now what we're going to do is take a picture so that we have the existing wiring configuration. It's really important to get a good picture and see all of the labels. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to install the PEK kit. So take that picture and then we're going to get that power extender kit or common wire kit installed. All right, so what we're looking for is the bundle of wires that come from the thermostat, and that is this bundle here. Typically, you're going to have 4 or 5, or maybe you even have 7 or 8 wires in that bundle. But you want to look for the bundled wires because these are the ones that will go to your thermostat, and just check and make sure that this bundle does go to that thermostat and you have a similar bundle at the thermostat. And the reason why you want to pay attention to these bundled wires is because most people are going to have other accessories or their air conditioner compressor also connected in the other wiring terminals, and you want to leave those wire terminals alone. So if you have a humidifier or a dehumidifier or an air conditioning compressor, those are also typically going to be connected in those terminals, and you want to leave those wires where they are and only remove the bundle of wires that we've got here from the HVAC system control board. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and loosen the terminals and remove these wires, and it's a good idea to go ahead and label these wires and make sure that you've got that good picture taken. Now we just remove the wires. I've loosened all the wires and I can pull the bundle of wires free. So you can see our bundle of thermostat wires, and you can see the remaining accessory wires on here. These are actually for my air conditioning compressor, and those are going to stay exactly where they are. Now, what I'm going to do is take the power extender kit, and you can see the different terminal designations on here, R, G, Y, and W. And I'm going to put my thermostat wires in each one of these correct terminal designations. Then I'm going to take the other end of the power extender kit and I'm going to wire it up to the terminals. Now the power extender kit is labeled with all of the different terminals that these go on. So first I'm going to go ahead and put the wires in here, and then I'm going to wire up those terminals. I press down the button and put the R thermostat wire in the R terminal. I take the G wire, the green wire, press down the button and put it in the G terminal. I take the blue wire, or the Y wire in my case. For some people it will be yellow or a different color, and I go ahead and put it in the Y terminal. I take the W wire and put it in the W terminal. Now we've got all those wires connected in the power extender kit, and we're just going to wire it up with the proper terminals here. So you can see that on the power extender kit, each one of these wires is labeled. We've got the Y terminal here. That will go on the Y terminal on the circuit board. The W wire will go on the W terminal. The G wire will go on the G terminal, the C wire on the C terminal, and the R wire on the R terminal. So we're going to go ahead and wire that up. So let's take the Y wire and we'll put it in the Y terminal with the other existing wire, and then we're just going to secure those wires down tightly into the terminal. The next wire up is the G wire, and we'll just go ahead and slide that into the G terminal, and then we're going to tighten it down. Now we've got our R wire, and we're going to put that in the R terminal and tighten down the R terminal. Now we've got our C wire, and we're going to go ahead and put that in the C terminal with the other wire that's already in the C terminal. Now we've got our last wire, this W wire, and we're going to put it in the W terminal. Then we go ahead and secure the last terminal and make sure all these terminals are nice and tight with the wires in there and that we've got good contact. So we've got them all tightened up and we're ready to go back to the existing thermostat and remove it. Now we just remove the wires from the existing thermostat and pull the thermostat off the wall. So loosen all the terminals up here and make sure that you've already got that picture taken of these wires. If you don't, go ahead and take a moment to do that now. So we just take all those wires out of the existing thermostat, and now we're ready to remove the thermostat from the wall. So we go ahead and remove the thermostat from the wall. Now we're ready to install our new Ecobee base plate. The Ecobee thermostat comes with a wall plate for mounting to try and cover up areas that are unpainted or where you may have screw holes. Now in my case, I'll probably have to do a little bit of touch-up paint, but for some people this is going to be large enough to cover the hole. Now on top of that, you're going to put the Ecobee base plate, which is where the wires are wired into. So what I want to do is take my wires and route them through the center of the base plate and the wall plate, and then I'm going to secure this to the wall. So I just go ahead and get it aligned, and now I'm going to secure it with these screws, and I will have my Ecobee base plate and wall plate installed. Now we're ready to install the wires in the proper terminal. So the first one we'll install is this red wire. So this R wire will now go in the RC terminal. So we just go ahead and press down the button and press the wire into the terminal. Now we're going to take our white wire or W wire and we're going to press that into the W1 terminal. Now, our last two wires are a little bit different because we used that power extender kit. So our Y wire, which is this blue wire, now will go in the PEK terminal instead of the Y1 terminal. Now, if you had a common wire, your wiring would match the existing wiring of your existing thermostat. But we didn't have a common wire. We installed that power extender kit, which means our Y wire has now been converted to the PEK wire and goes in the PEK terminal. So we're going to place it there. Now, the last wire we have is our G wire. That is this green wire here. Once again, because we use the power extender kit, this needs to go in a different terminal than it was originally located in. So the G wire, or our green wire, will now go in the C terminal. So we go ahead and press down and insert the G wire into the C terminal. So now we're ready to go ahead and install our Ecobee thermostat. All we do here is make sure that the base plate is level and make any final adjustments and make sure we've got the Ecobee thermostat upright, and we're just going to push it onto the base plate. Now that we have the Ecobee thermostat installed, we're ready to go back to our HVAC system and turn the power onto this device. So I'm going to go do that now. We restored power to the HVAC system by turning that switch back on, and now our Ecobee thermostat is powering up and it's ready to get set up. So this is a touchscreen right here in the middle of the device, so I'm going to click on Let's Get Started down here. Now the Ecobee says we have detected wiring in the following terminals. So review this and make sure it matches the terminals you used. We have the RC wire here, the C wire, the W1, and PEK wire. So we go ahead and click yes to this. It says, do you have an accessory installed? We have no accessories installed, so we go ahead and click next or make a selection if you do have an accessory installed. It says, do you prefer Fahrenheit or Celsius? We prefer Fahrenheit, so we go ahead and click next. It says, what kind of heating do you have in your home? We have a furnace, so we go ahead and click next because this is the correct selection. It says, how do you want your fan to be controlled? It says, by the thermostat or by the furnace. It says, as a more energy efficient option, using the thermostat will allow your furnace to repurpose heat that would otherwise be lost. So let's just go ahead and we'll leave it with thermostat and click next. Now we need to choose a name for our Ecobee, so I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down and we're going to click on thermostat and click next. It says connect Wi-Fi to access your Ecobee remotely. View weather forecasts and maximize energy savings. So now I'm just going to go ahead and click select Wi-Fi network and then I'm going to click next. Here we need to choose our Wi-Fi network and enter the username and password. Enter your password. Click connect. Now our Wi-Fi network is configuring since we entered the password. It says success. Your Ecobee is now connected. Press next to continue the setup process. What is the current mode of your HVAC system? And we are currently in heat, so let's go ahead and click that and click next. It says, what is your ideal home temperature during the winter? So I'm going to choose something a little bit lower. Let's put it at 67 and I'm going to click next. It says, what is your ideal home temperature during the summer? I'm going to scroll this down to, let's say, 73, and then I'm going to click next. So we've got it on 73 here, and we click next. It says, would you like to enable smart home in a way? We're just going to leave this on enable, but basically this is designed to help save you energy. You can change this at any time from the Ecobee Thermostat itself or from the Ecobee Thermostat app. So I'm just going to click next. Please select your country of residence. We're in the United States, so we click next. It says select your time zone, so we're going to choose a different one here. We're looking for Chicago, and let's see if we can find it. And there it is, so we go ahead and click next. Now it's requesting a registration code. Now the Ecobee thermostat is set up and you can use it by turning the temperature up, scrolling up, or scrolling down to turn the temperature down. But we also want to connect this to our phone. So we're going to need to get the Ecobee app set up and installed on our phone, which we've already done here. So go ahead, open up the Ecobee app, and we're just going to click down at the bottom, add a device. Now we need to select what product we're adding to my home. I'm adding a thermostat, so I make a selection there at the top. Now all we need to do is choose yes, it's installed. Now we're asked for the registration code. So for whatever reason, it didn't pop up when we were setting up the Wi-Fi. So what we're going to do to get that registration code is click on the menu button over here in the lower left. Now you can see at the very top it says registration, one step left. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. It says registration wizard. The wizard will guide you through the necessary steps to connect to the web portal. So we go ahead and click continue. All right, now our Ecobee thermostat registration code popped up here. And we're just going to enter it in the phone up here at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and enter the code. It says all systems go. Our Ecobee thermostat has been added to our account. So I'm just going to click finish over here. Now I'm going to go back to the main menu and it confirms our registration here and that our thermostat has been linked to the account that we used to set up the Ecobee app. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK here. Now we're back at the main screen for the Ecobee thermostat, and now it can be used on either the phone or manually on the device itself. I'm going to go ahead and click show me my thermostat over here. So now if I want to adjust the temperature, I can do so from the phone. So let's just put it down to 55 on the phone and we can see the adjustment is made over here on the thermostat. Now let's say I make the adjustment over here. Let's put this up to, let's say 62, and you'll see it will change on the phone here in just a moment. So right now it's at 52 and it just updated to 62. Now we have it in heat mode and I know that because it's got the little fire symbol up here. But if I wanted to change it to a different mode, I would just click on this right here and I could choose cool or auto or off. I'm going to go ahead and stick with heat for now. Now these larger numbers in the middle, those are the current temperatures of your home. So my house is currently 72 degrees and the heat will kick on when it gets to 62 degrees. Now the other item here is this 36%. That is the humidity for my home. So we have another video that shows you how to use your Ecobee thermostat in depth, or the Ecobee thermostat manual. So I recommend you go check that out. If you like this video, please give us that thumbs up, subscribe, or click any of the links below if you want to support us. Thank you.